Hotty toddy, gosh almighty, who the heck are they? Hey, flim, flam, bim, bam, Ole Miss. By golly, and welcome to Hemingway Stadium where the Rebels are ready to take the field. There's nothing quite like a great rivalry matchup in college football. The bitterness, the intensity, the lifetime of memories that will come as a result of what we're about to see in this one. As we'll see the number 9 team in the country, the LSU Tigers, taking on the 20th ranked team in the land, the Ole Miss Rebels. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. LSU will put a foot to it for the opening kickoff. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. First down here for the offense. Power football with the run. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3.
I'll tell you, this is a running back who's very, very dangerous, and the defense did a good job getting him down there. But they got to do a great job gang tackling because this is a guy that can break tackles and turn those types of plays into home runs.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7.
Get set.
Just feeds the running back. At the 40, there he goes. And a really nice run and pickup there before the defense avoided disaster and stopped the really big play.
Well, he was able to gash him on that play. You just give this guy 1 inch, one little crease. He puts his foot in the ground, and he gets north fast.
One back in the backfield, he gets the carry. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
They're trying to crease them off the left tackle. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down.
I think it's really important for this offense. They get this guy going early in the game, and they're doing a nice job of that right now. Remember, he's the kind of running back who gets better as the game goes on. That's a really good omen for this offense, considering his success now early.
The Rebels are moving quickly down the field. Give to the running back. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play. Last time these two got together, it was a tight one, Jesse.
It seems like every time these two teams play, the game just feels faster, right? Because it is a rivalry game. There's just a greater sense of urgency when we see these teams match up.
Yeah, the fans feel it. They know it. There's so much to it. They think about it all year long. We can talk about the next game on the schedule. They're always looking forward to this one.
Running back searching for a hole. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
That's a really good stop by the defense, Jesse. They need a few more. You've given up a bunch of yards on this drive and a bunch of plays, but all that matters is keeping them off the scoreboard.
Yeah, it's that bend, don't break mentality you're seeing right now, and this is the point where this defense has just got to lock in.
3rd and short, coming from the 34. You wonder if this is 4-down territory. They go to the ground. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot him at the 24-yard line.
This offense knew coming into this one, guys, how important it was to start early. And on this opening drive for them, they're doing a nice job running the football. They're on 3rd down. They're in a position on the field now. If you're on defense, you got to be ready for a shot throw into the end zone.
And the Rebels getting set on 1st and 10. To the air, it's Dart. Quickly complete. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
Great effort by the defense here. Offense trying to go wide receiver screen. How about the speed on defense rallying to the football?
Ready,
They've put this ball on lockdown. 8th play of the drive coming up. They'll leave it with him. They make the stop at the 19 after a pickup of 5.
Hey, 5 to 6 yards a pop. I don't know if you guys are really good at math, but that usually equals a first down every couple carries. So don't forget about the run game. Keep them honest. Pound that rock.
9th play of the opening drive coming up, but now they face a 3rd down. The give to the back. And there were some collisions in there, and the D finally stops him short of the marker.
And the defense was not fooled on that 3rd down. They were expecting that could be run. Linebackers doing a nice job really coming hard downhill to stop that play.
This offense has moved into plus territory, and they want to keep the heat on. They'll go for it on 4th down. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on down.
And listen, I have no problem being aggressive on 4th down, but the consequences of that, now you got to have your defense go bail you out. So you started the game trying to be aggressive. Well, defense, you got to get my back now.
1st down for this offense. The quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
Well, it wasn't great field position to start with, and it's getting worse now. The defense gets a sack. They're getting aggressive up the field. They get to the QB, and they're sending a message.
They're going to be in a world of hurt if they don't get this thing going forward here on 2nd down from the 13. To the air. It's Nussmeier. They're working that left side. Got room at the 35. Nothing but green ahead. The 20. And he gets it down to the 4-yard line before he's finally stopped. A terrific run after the catch.
Well, after that last play, you can see how electrifying this guy is and how special he is after he makes the catch. If I'm on offense, I'm trying to find a lot of ways to get him touches in this game.
Looking to throw. Going for 6. He makes the catch at the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers. And it feels good to land that first big punch against a rival, doesn't it?
No doubt. In a game like this, too, you just want to be executing it at a high level early. So, David, that's got to feel great getting on the board first.
And settles everyone down. All the nerves, all the emotion of this rivalry game. Now everybody can kind of settle in because you know you already got a touchdown on the board.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. That 4th down gamble didn't pay off on the last drive, and it led to giving up a scoop. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. The defense coming up big there, and the sack is great, but the secondary deserves some credit too.
No doubt. When you can cover like that in the secondary and drop back in your zone and only rush a few, and you feel comfortable getting home, and they're going to get to the quarterback, that is a great feeling, and that's fun to be a defensive coordinator calling the plays.
Trying to make magic with his feet. He found a little opening and got loose. They couldn't stop him in the backfield, so a solid pickup there.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this drive.
Feeling some heat. He's going to run it. His defense fully aware that he can run. They stop him after a short gain. The Rebels will punt this one away. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. Running it back, it's Thomas. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and about the offense? LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. Boy, David, they would love to stack another touchdown on top of that last drive.
And this offense did such a good job on the last drive. Everything in rhythm, moved the ball down the field, didn't make those mistakes, Jesse, and they need to do it again on this one.
Yeah, you're right. They had the defense on their heels. You wonder what sort of communication was going on that sideline. What sort of changes were they able to make, because they got to stop the bleeding right now.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. To throw, it's Nussmeier trying to get to it. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be 3rd down. I know you want to prepare for every game the same way, but there's just something different about rivalry games, Jesse.
It's because, Reese, I think players are aware that games like this define your legacy as a player. Your record in rivalry games is something that people are going to talk about for years and years down the road. You have got to show up and play your best football in games like this.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable 3rd and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters and I know the pass is coming so I can have more success.
4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. He'll get it out to about the 20-yard line, and that's where they'll mark him down. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
You don't always have to run the sexy plays, right? It doesn't have to always be up-tempo and fast and spread and doing all this stuff. Sometimes you just lower your shoulder. Sometimes you just run powerfully. You get the 1st down, and that's all that matters.
And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, man, there's some big hitting going on in the trenches right now. This defense, they take a lot of pride in stopping the run. Let's keep our eye on them throughout the course of the game and see if they can contain this running attack.
Leaves it with the back. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. Coming to the line of scrimmage on 3rd down.
That's the end of the 1st quarter. With the score, LSU 7, Ole Miss 0.
Bunch formation for these receivers. Off the RPO, fire right, trying to convert. They get him on the ground, but not before he gets enough for the 1st down.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that 3rd down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the 1st.
Catch in the middle, it's Cleescorn. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the 1st down.
This defense is flying around with bad intentions. How about the stick the defender just laid on the tight end?
This first half of offense won't go on the highlight reel so far, but starting to get things moving, it's 1st and 10. Good pickup on that play. It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
6-yard pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and 4. Looking for a gap. It's Parrish. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. That linebacker was a heat-seeking missile, and the heat that he sought was the ball carrier.
Yeah, great job, great feel. Linebackers are making all the calls in the defense and understanding when I need to come through that gap and come through with bad intentions. Those guys are usually 245 pounds of heat-seeking missile.
Pocket starts to collapse. He's going to take off. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
Man, that used to just drive me nuts. I couldn't stand that. The quarterback drops back the pass, scrambles around. You got me chasing you all over the field, getting close to the sideline. Stay in bounds. Please stay in bounds. Let me get a little bit of a reward for all my running so I can just put some kind of hit on you. Nope. Steps out of bounds.
And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on the 2nd and 2. And the Rebels in the hurry up. They'll try the run. Gets it all the way down to the 2-yard line. He was fighting for that end zone.
This running back loves running into the teeth of the defense. In between the tackles, he keeps a low pad level, and he's got some speed.
The Rebels have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. Trying to punch it in. And he's brought down at the line of scrimmage, and the ball will stay at the 2. Man, oh man, the ball carrier was just shut down.
And I tell you what, they need some push up front too, right? They got to move those defensive linemen out of the way, at least create a hole so your running back has a chance. Not there. He didn't have any.
Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Running play to the left here, looking for the end zone. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Ole Miss. Lining up to add another. Bangs it through for an extra point. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. And finish the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. He'll bring it out. It's Thomas. Not nearly as much as he had hoped when he brought it out in the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some positive momentum.
A little bit more to go after that last completion. They'll try to pick it up on 2nd down. They'll go to the ground. And they make the tackle, but he has plenty for the first down.
That's a really nice run. One thing I love about him is he's got versatility. Reminds me of a guy I used to play against back in the day, Kevin Falk. He could catch the ball, he could run the ball, he could block, he returned kicks. He did everything for the LSU Tigers, and this guy, he's got that ability too. So many different tools in his toolbox.
Back to throw, it's Nussmeier. Getting some heat. Going to try to get it himself. And he scurries out of bounds and wisely avoids taking the big hit.
Nice job by the defense. You got to dial into your cues. You got to make sure you're reading those guys up front. They did a good job. They saw it. They pulled the trigger. They knew the quarterback had it. They weren't fooled. Strung it out. Did a nice job of limiting the damage with that QB run.
From the gun, the running back has it. Got behind those pads and picked up 3 out to the 35.
Yeah, and the running back didn't get much here, but, you know, clearly want to always establish the tempo, run the football, be consistent, make that defense physically meet the challenge.
He's going to look for a man on 3rd and short. And he's knocked down, but not before moving the chains.
Really nice job there by the quarterback, understanding that it's zone coverage on third down. You're going to have to find someone working into a soft spot, get the ball out of your hands quickly, make an accurate throw, and pick up the first. Well done.
LSU moving the ball quickly down the field. He's going to pass. Makes the catch. It's Durham. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there. They were able to make the completion, but he had to pick his way for just a little bit. Needed a little more help to spring him for some yardage.
Yeah, if you're going to have success when you throw it outside like that, you're going to need some more blocking and better blocking downfield. Give the defense credit, though. They were able to rally and made a tackle.
Pulls it and fires to the left. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm.
The clock has stopped, and we've reached the 2-minute warning before halftime. Ball spotted right at midfield as they try to convert third and short. They keep attacking through the air. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down.
Defense did a great job. Third and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody, they dug their heel on the ground. They're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
Gets it away, good distance, but more importantly, just the direction he wanted. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. How big is this drive? Scored a touchdown the last time they had it. Defense gets a stop, and now it's up to them in a tie game.
All right, so if you're the offensive coordinator here, let's dial it in. Who are your best matchups and best playmakers to take advantage of this golden opportunity?
Yeah, and I'm interested to see this defense, too. Like, the momentum is clearly not in your favor. How do you get it back? How do you make a big play? Do you be more aggressive here to try to get the football back to your offense?
Looking downfield, it's Dart. Dumps it to the back. Makes the grab on the left. He's brought down, solid pickup, but a little bit short of the first down. Quick tempo, no huddle offense. Second down, clock's running. They'll give it to the back. Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense.
Well, the defense is on their heels right now. They're going to have to find a way to stop this guy. When he's got a head of steam, boy, he is hard to bring down.
And the Rebels will snap it on 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. Pressure coming. The short hands. It's Wells. Still running at the 40. Oh, look out. And they pick up a better than 30 yards on that completion before the defense brings him down.
Love the individual effort by the wide receiver after the catch, making people miss, showing you the speed. Now he set up his offense down in the red zone.
That's the way you get things going. A huge play, and now attacking from just inside the red zone. Leaves it with the running back. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop.
You keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing game.
It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without... And he runs it in for the score! Touchdown, Rebels!
And that is exactly what you want from your offense. Man, late in the half, you want to execute and then punch it in physically on the ground. Take the lead going into the half. Take all the momentum. Nice execution on the drive by that offense.
So they got the touchdown, and as they kick off, really important for the defense to shut them down here. He'll bring it out. It's Thomas. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create something before the break to build momentum, Jesse.
But you've also had some miscues on offense, a big part of why you're losing the game right now. I'd take it into halftime, make my adjustments, and come out ready in the second half.
Yeah, I'm going to take it into halftime too, Paul. But I'm trying to put some points up right here. Be aggressive, set the tone, be like, hey, listen, this is what you're going to get in the second half, so find something really quickly you can go to.
There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer.
A nice job by the defense there, tackling the catch and smothering the tight end. They know this offense is going to try to find him in the passing game in a lot of different situations. That time, perfect coverage, and nice job bringing the big guy down. Not easy to do.
Just a short pass to the tight end. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half.
I'll say this, man, in college football you see a lot of bad tackling. We didn't see it right there. That was an awesome job. First off, being there at the point of attack. Once the tight end made the catch, there was no doubt he was going down. Great job for him, Ted.
And they got the completion, but still looking at a third down. Back to throw, it's Nussmeier. Quickly out to the tight end. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
Well, in that down and distance, the quarterback's got to get rid of it so quickly, right? He knows the defense is going to be bearing down on him, so a nice job catching the gun snap and then turning and pivoting, getting it out of his hands quickly and accurately to pick up the first.
Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Going up top on first down. Unloads to the wideout. Right on the money to the outside. He dragged the toe, and how about the ball placement? Only the receiver could get it.
Real smart play. Great job. Get the positive yards, and then get your booty out of bounds.
Down to the 26-yard line and a first down. Good job to toss that ball out of bounds and avoid the loss. And with just a few seconds remaining here in the first half, they'll try to kick a field goal. This might be a little easier if it were straight on, but a 43-yarder from the right hash. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments. Final seconds of the first half, and they'll try to put up 3. Tried to give it enough body English, but he missed it. After that miss, still a 7-point game, guys. So the first half has come to a close. We'll take a break and head over to the halftime show. The Rebels will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. Coming out with it, it's Thomas. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. Maybe adjustments or attitude adjustments, but they've got to find a way to run the ball at least some here in the second half.
I do think you said something that's important. I think running the football is an attitude. Like, it starts with the offensive lineman and being physical, having a nasty attitude. Running back, same thing. I think they need more of that in the second half.
You know, and I think then if you're this defense, you have an opportunity to make a statement here. Yeah, I know you guys went in at halftime and you riled yourselves up and you told yourself that you think you can run the ball on us. On this very first drive, we're going to prove to you, just like in the first 30 minutes, you cannot.
Gets it to the 42-yard line, and that's a first down.
It's a really nice play there. The thing about this guy, he forces the defense to have to stay disciplined. You just can't take a play on. He reminds me of an old LSU quarterback that I used to play against, Hurt Tyler. He was a guy that could hurt you throwing the ball, but he was also shifty and he could extend plays. We had a great defense in Florida, full of NFL dudes, but he just never let you feel comfortable because of his athleticism and his dynamic ability. This guy has a little bit of that, too.
Let's see what they've got on second down. From the gun, running back on the move. And they pick up just one. It'll be 3rd and 9. And
sticking to the run. I'll tell you what, a lot of teams that are really good are really stubborn, and they continue to run the football even with little success. So this offense is going to continue to focus on running the football, you can tell.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Coming after it. And he can't escape, and down he goes.
You know, when you go down personnel package, you've got extra DBs in the game, so it's harder to throw if you're the quarterback. There's just not as many windows. They've got more guys in coverage. You're expecting to at least have a little bit more time, but your offensive line, man, they just couldn't hold up.
The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
It was a nice job in play.
Oh, picked off. No room to return, but no problem after making a play like that, and they'll have it at the 25.
And this ball looks like it just got away from the quarterback. I think he made the right decision. He was going to the receiver that seemed open, but just not very accurate on the throw, and that leads to the interception.
On the run, it's Durham. He rolls all the way down to the 5-yard line before they finally get him stopped.
What a big-time run for this offense. A physical run, getting down, almost scoring the touchdown.
Yeah, and considering how well they're running it right now, why wouldn't you just hand it off to this guy right here again?
So now with 1st and goal, let's see what LSU does here.
Cricket. Tuna.
Dropping back, it's Nussmeier. They're bringing heat. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. And he just chucks it into the 4th row. Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? The run up the middle, trying to power to the goal line. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop. They'd love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of a field goal, but it's 3rd and goal. Quarterback sneaks it forward and into the end zone for a touchdown. The AT unit on the field.
In the end zone.
And the extra point was made without incident, and we're tied up here in the 3rd. After that latest answer tied things up, just about set to kick it away again.
Set to kick this one.
And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. Well, let's see if this drive goes better than the last one. They were in and out quickly after the quick pick, David.
Yeah, first play, big mistake, man. Now, let's get this offense in a little bit of a rhythm. Maybe before you open it up again, Palmer, or do you trust him right away?
He seems to me like the guy maybe that just needs to kind of get into the flow of the game. So maybe you get the running game going here. Just give him some easy looks to let him get lathered up.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. To the air, it's Dart. Fires to the big fella. And they bring him down quickly, but a good game there.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on 1st down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for the quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
Clock ticks under the 4-minute mark here in the 3rd quarter.
42 Spider. 4-2 Spider. 8-10.
The give to the back. He showed it all there, a little elusiveness, a little power, and he's got the first down.
Well, on offense, you've got to love the way your offensive line is playing in this game. They're getting tremendous movement up front. They're climbing in the second level and really giving these backs and ball carriers a lot of room to run all game long.
Here's the handoff. And that's a very productive first down play and bringing up 2nd and 3.
Yeah, this coaching staff, they're getting this offensive line lathered up and into a rhythm. Now they're letting them drive off the ball on first down on these running plays, and they're getting chunks of yardage.
They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. The give to the tailback. Tackled after picking up the first down.
This is an offense that really sees their identity as being able to run the football. Nice job there picking up the first down.
And the Rebels have it with a 1st and 10.
Let's go. Black 24. Black 24. Ready.
To the ground with the back. And maybe they want to try somewhere else because there is nothing doing in the middle of this defense.
Well, you love to see that from the defense, right? It's like bend, don't break. They've given up a bunch of plays on this drive, but now that they're getting down close to field goal range, you're seeing them start to stiffen up there.
Yeah, and plays don't matter anymore. Yards don't matter. All that matters with these defenses nowadays is points and limiting them.
Man, what a finish we could have. Tie game, 3rd quarter here, 2nd and 10. Trying to make magic on the scramble. They wrestle him to the ground, but he's got plenty for a first down.
He's got such good awareness in the pocket. He does a good job of feeling the rush, and you know it's a pass. You want to keep your eyes downfield, but he sees an opening, and if he sees an opening, he's got the ability to go get it and get a first down.
Inside the 15, 1st and 10 from the 14. The offense showing motion from the tight end, trying to get a read on the D. Looking for a crease to the left. Works his way down to the 10-yard line after a pickup of 3. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Power football with the run. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And when you play defensive end, it's all about getting off the football. You can tell, gets off the football really fast, gets in the backfield, gets the running back before he knows what hit him. What a play by the defensive end.
Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. Looking for a man. It's Dart. Moves around to clear up the vision. And that play just looked to be a mess from the snap, and he's run out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage.
Okay, so the QB scrambled, went out of bounds. It counts as a sack because it's a loss on the play. You know what I did as a defensive lineman, guys? I chased him and tried to be the first one and the closest one near him. Because guess who gets the sack? Yep, that guy.
Now on 4th down, they'll send out the field goal unit. Absolutely perfect. And with that, they've taken the lead. So they're lining up to kick it off after that last drive. Put a 3 spot on the board, and now the defense will try to shut them down. He'll bring it out. It's Thomas. Gets it across the 20 to the 21, and not quite what he would have picked up just taking the touchback.
1st and 10.
LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. Jesse looking to take it down the field for back-to-back touchdowns.
They think it's really important for them moving forward, too, to have a lot of balance, right? You want to be able to keep this defense guessing.
Yeah, and you got me searching for answers after that last drive. You stack another drive on top of this, their defense's heads are going to be spinning all over the place.
And now on second down for this offense. Looking downfield, it's Nussmeier. Got his man quickly. Excellent job working through the air there, finding a hole in that defense and picking up a first down. Just about any LSU offense will make you hold your breath when they play pitch and catch.
Yeah, just such elite playmakers usually, just such speed. And listen, when you're a defense, speed kills. And LSU, no matter who plays quarterback, they always got dudes that can fly out wide that absolutely scare.
Like the job by the defense there in coverage. They took every option away from the quarterback. He was outside of the pocket, nowhere to go with it, so they forced the incompletion throw.
The incomplete pass leaves him with second down. From the shotgun, they'll run it. Good job running tough and behind his pads as he gets up to the 38-yard line. Trying to pick up a first down.
That's the end of the third quarter of play. With the score, Ole Miss 17, LSU.
Now facing a third down as they line up after the break. They'll run it from the gun. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, or whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them, because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it. But the defense, they've risen to the occasion. Their front seven has dominated this entire game.
The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. David, they couldn't pay off that last drive with a touchdown.
Now they moved the ball down the field and executed like they wanted to until they stalled out.
Got a lot of running room. Smacks him with the stiff arm. And he's brought down after a huge completion.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field. And they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
One big play, and you go from a little backed up to threatening. It's 1st and 10 from the 40. Give to the running back. Some belief in that running game as they pick up 5 to the 35-yard line.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
Knocked down at the 25-yard line, picked up 10 there, and gets a first down.
Well, the defense didn't blitz. They didn't have everybody in gaps, and the offensive line took advantage at the point of attack, getting some push, opening up a hole, and the offense ripping off a nice run there.
The Rebels will have it 1st and 10. Running back searching for a hole. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, the linebacker's showing you to read and react. He knew exactly where that running play was going, and he beat the football to the line of scrimmage and forced the TFL.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Scanning the field, it's Dart. The throw to the outside is complete. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play.
And he runs a quick out route, and this is a timing route. The quarterback has to trust him, throw him the football. You can tell they've thrown this a time or two. Nice job, nice success.
And the Rebels have taken it inside the 20.
Here we go.
Now on the move. Tackle is made after the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. He leaves it with the back. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And he's done everything for this offense today, running the football, so much so that he's now got 98 yards rushing. We're in the 4th quarter. One more carry, and this guy could eclipse the 100-yard mark.
Takes the handoff. It's Bentley. Baird is trying to bash it forward. He got a couple. It's down at the 11.
Man, that D-tackle is a freak athlete. Did you see him come out of his stance and beat the offensive lineman, getting to the running back? Cat-like quickness.
Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. And couldn't quite find the crevice he needed to pick up the first down. So on 4th down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. Right down the boulevard. It's good. So the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away after putting up a field goal. Let's see what the defense can do. Fielded in the end zone. It's Thomas. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job of getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
After trying the running game on 1st down, they come to the line on 2nd down. They go to the ground. The Tigers will have a 1st down.
And this is a guy that can find you the hidden yardage. That play, he just pushes the pile to get that 1st down.
It's 1st down from back at their own 24-yard line. Might as well give it to him again. Makes one man miss.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get 1st downs, and ultimately get some points.
9-yard pickup on 1st down, and now they can take a shot on 2nd and short. Looking for a crease. It's Durham. Still on his feet at the 45. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a 1st down.
I bet that running back's eyes got so big when he gets that handoff going to the right and he sees the huge holes. Yes, please.
The defense just didn't flow quickly enough. All of the blockers had leverage on their men.
And that defensive line has to get off the ball a little bit better, get some penetration to stop that outside run.
The Tigers are flying down the field. They'll leave it with him. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Well, there's a statement by the defensive line. First down play, expecting run, and they just dominated up front. Beat their one-on-ones and forced a tackle for a loss.
Last play was a near disaster, now dealing with 2nd and 13. Back to pass, it's Nussmeier. That, friends, is a busted play. Incomplete. What a big play this one could be. Tight game, getting late, 3rd and long coming up. Makes the grab, it's Daniels. He gets it so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. We have reached the 2-minute warning, and time is of the essence if this offense is going to make a play. Time is not on their side. Down 6 late. 4th down looming. They'll have to get this to stay in it. They immediately call timeout, trying to preserve every second they can to try to rally here late. Down a possession here in the 4th, and they'll need to convert on this 4th down. He'll go to the sneak. He did not get there, and they'll have to give up the football, and they might have just seen this game slip away.
And you feel pretty good about a quarterback sneak most of the time. Such a short yardage play. I just got to find a little crease and get through it. This defense was more than ready for it. Built that wall up front. Nowhere to go, no push. Big stop by the D.
And he doesn't find much running room. A short gain on the play. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. They'll be perfectly content to go right back to the ground here on 2nd and 8. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. They'll keep it on the ground. They want this clock to move. Running with power. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Man, this offense would really like to lean on this guy in the 4th quarter, right? They've got the lead, and you just saw his ability there, breaking a tackle. He looks like he's getting stronger as the game goes on. I'd expect him to get a few more carries here before this game's over.
They're getting this guy lathered up. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense.
Timeout, LSU.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. The clock will stop with this timeout from the offense. They'll get a chance to regroup on the sideline. Now on 2nd down. And they'll take a knee. There's a long and storied history of great games between these two rivals, and this chapter adds another to that legacy.
Really impressed by the poise by the winning team as well here. They weren't overhyped in this game. They came out, they looked prepared, they were calm, definitely confident. And David, they were able to go out and execute well enough to get this win.
And it's hard in these rivalry games with all the emotions running so deep. Like, you sometimes get overzealous. Sometimes you get too many penalties. It's hard to rein in your emotions, but they did. They kept it in check, and now bragging rights for a whole year.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire broadcast team, I'm Reese Davis. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.